Welcome back. The start of the holiday shopping season used to be Black Friday, but more and more stores have pushed up their Black Friday sales to Thursday evening. And as ABC7's Bobeth Yates shows us, the popularity of stores opening their doors on Thanksgiving Day continues to grow.
Move over Black Friday. Thanksgiving Day shopping is now growing in popularity, but it's still being received with mixed feelings.
I'm sure I'll be out shopping. Maybe not my husband, but I'll be right there.
I'll be eating leftovers.
Betty Brown and her husband Bill are among those who ventured out to shop Thanksgiving Day. And while Bill has plans to spend the rest of his evening at home, Betty says she's ready to shop till she drops, and she's not alone.
I will be here. I just checked out in the store where they're placing objects. The one thing I want is what everybody wants, and that's a Hatchimal.
Thanksgiving Day has become the new Black Friday, with retailers like Walmart, Kmart, Best Buy, Toys R Us, and Target all opening up their doors. Even popular department stores like JCPenney's, Macy's, Sears, Kohl's, and Belk's are getting in on the action. But as the list of stores open to Thanksgiving Day shopping grows, there are many who say retailers are taking it too far.
I personally think that everybody should be home with their families, even if that's just vegging out in front of the TV, and let's wait for shopping for tomorrow.
According to the National Retail Federation, 59% of Americans, or an estimated 137.4 million people, plan to shop during the Thanksgiving weekend. And 21% of that shopping will take place on Thanksgiving Day, a figure many do not find alarming.
Well, it's something very common for everybody here. I'm not planning to go out.
Still, others are looking at the bright side of the weekend shopping bonanza.
I'm glad that a lot of stores give their employees a day off if it's not a real necessity, and I'm very thankful for the employees that do come in.
Despite the increased number of retailers opening up their doors, there have been a number of stores that have stood their ground, saying they're not going to open up and instead give their workers a day off. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Bobeth, thank you. People didn't even wait until Thanksgiving to be some of the first in line for some holiday deals. In Las Vegas, lines started forming yesterday outside the Best Buy store there. Nevada is expecting 1 million people to go shopping on Black Friday. Part of that is due to the drop in unemployment rate in that state, leading to more disposable income among shoppers. And as stores start opening for Black Friday, customers are being urged to take a good look before you buy. Retailers are offering some of the biggest bargains in years, but beware of the markdowns masquerading as super sales. If clothes are on your list this year, retail experts say you may be better off waiting until later in the shopping season for the best bargains. Meanwhile, today and tomorrow are the best days for TVs and electronics. Don't be too quick to take advantage of the sticker price either, as there may be more discounts you're not even aware of.
When you see the price on the tag, don't settle for that. Walk up to someone and say, hey, is this the final price? Are there any more deals? I think you'll be surprised how often you can stack those coupons.
More than 137 million Americans are expected to shop at some point this weekend. Good luck to all of you. And enjoy the weather while you're out there shopping, because it sure was nice today. Steve Newman in for Bob on this Thanksgiving.
Somebody's saying, hey, I want better weather than this, because it's pretty good. Hard to find anything wrong with the weather across the Sun Coast. We have a mild easterly flow coming in from the Atlantic, bringing a few clouds and some showers in far south Florida that probably are not reaching the ground. But if we look at the Sun Coast and the latest radar images, all we're seeing is a little ground clutter here and there. Certainly no rainfall anywhere near us. Currently at the airport, the temperature is 81 degrees, dew point is 62, humidity 52%, with a northwest wind at 7 miles an hour, pressure 3014. Our high today was 86 degrees. That is almost 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of year. Last night's low 63. And there were some patches of fog in the early morning hours. That's the only thing we have to look out for. I'll tell you about the rest of the weather picture, including Hurricane Otto's latest images, in just a few minutes.
All right, Steve, thank you. The U.S. Navy releasing details on a security breach that puts personal information of 134,000 current and former sailors at risk. The Navy says there was a breach on a contractor's laptop, revealing thousands of names, social security numbers, and other sensitive information. The Navy says they don't know who has accessed that information. Those affected by the breach are being notified, and the Navy is looking into credit monitoring services for those who are impacted by the breach. So far, there's no evidence the information is being misused. As America celebrates Thanksgiving Day, the NYPD was out in full force to protect the millions of spectators lining the streets for the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Terror threats from around the world meant beefed up security for one of the nation's oldest and largest parades. ABC's Elizabeth Hur is in New York with more.
On this holiday that's all about tradition for families.
Happy Thanksgiving!
From New York City to Philadelphia and overseas, where U.S. troops, despite being away from family, spent this Thanksgiving Day feeling grateful.
I have lots of friends here and lots of great coworkers, so that makes it easier.
For law enforcement back in New York, this day was all about staying vigilant.
We have thousands of cops out there, millions of spectators out there. Everyone seems to be having a good time, and it's what we do as a police department. We keep people safe.
More than 3,000 officers worked the Macy's parade as part of a massive security operation. The added security also included closing side streets along the route with more than 80 sand-filled trucks and more than 100 blocker cars. All of this to prevent an attack like the one in Nice, France, after ISIS propaganda called the parade an excellent target earlier this month, and the arrest of a Brooklyn man just days ago for allegedly talking about attacking Times Square.
We know that NYPD do a great job, that we have all full faith that they're going to keep us secure.
I think it's been great. Everything has been great. Security has been great. Having a fantastic time.
New York City officials said all along there were no credible threats, but to be safe, they even visited 135 truck rental sites to make sure no one suspicious tried to rent one. At the end of the day, the NYPD says it's better to be safe than sorry, and fortunately, there were no reported incidents. Elizabeth Hur, ABC News, New York.
Well, Donald Trump staying busy on this Thanksgiving Day during his time here in Florida, as some new appointments are expected for his cabinet. The president-elect is expected to name 78-year-old investor Wilbur Ross to head the Commerce Department. He was the owner of a West Virginia coal mine where in 2006 a dozen miners were killed. Regulators cited safety violations in that mine. Trump is spending the Thanksgiving holiday at his resort at the Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach. He took to YouTube to share his Thanksgiving message.
It's my prayer that on this Thanksgiving, we begin to heal our divisions and move forward as one country, strengthened by shared purpose and very, very common resolve.
In a tweet, Trump says he's been working all day to keep the Carrier air conditioning company in the U.S. Carrier says they look forward to working with the administration, but say no decision has been made yet. Meanwhile, President Obama is also sending out his well wishes for the holiday. While the president says the first family will spend Thanksgiving together enjoying turkey and touchdowns, today will also be spent reflecting on what binds us all as Americans, following what he says was a divisive campaign season.
Thanksgiving reminds us that no matter our differences, we're still one people, part of something bigger than ourselves. We are communities that move forward together. We're neighbors who look out for one another, especially those among us with the least.
The president also took time this Thanksgiving holiday to speak with those serving our country overseas. He made 9 phone calls to deployed service members from the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard to thank them for their service. A piece of American history is getting a much-needed makeover. The Mayflower II is a replica of the ship that brought the Pilgrims to America's shores back in 1620. It was given to the U.S. as a gift from the British in the 1950s, but it's seen some better days since then. Its hull is rotting. Beetles have infested some of the timbers, and half of what lies beneath the waterline needs replacing. The Plymouth Plantation received more than $7.5 million to restore it, and they hope to have it fixed in time for the 400th anniversary in 2020. Still to come in your Suncoast News, many animals will find a new home for the holidays, but what can pet owners do to protect themselves and their pets from costly treatments? We'll take a look next.
I'm thankful for my 2 awesome children and my entire family.
Oh, thankful for my family first and foremost, and then for this beautiful paradise that we were blessed to live in.
I'm really thankful for having my family, and I have a day off to share with my family.
Join Save Our Seabirds, the Baltimore Orioles, and ABC7 for Run for the Birds, December 4th at Ed Smith Stadium. The 5K 1-mile fun run will end at home plate and be followed by a festival with live music, food, and fun. Register today at raceroster.com.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
Black Friday's biggest deals are still here. That's right, the Black Friday sales event is going strong at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokees. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Compass for just $15,999. Or save big on a new Jeep Cherokee starting at just $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Many Americans consider bringing a pet into their home during the holiday season. ABC 7's Alex Redmond joins us now with what you should know about protecting your pet's health and your pocketbook when you adopt an animal. Alex?
Thanks, Scott. Americans will spend more than $62 billion on their pets in 2016. That's according to the American Pet Product Association. This begs the question, how do you offset just how much that doggy or kitten in the window may cost you in health care?
This little guy is getting an annual checkup.
We adopted Buddy from the Minnesota Humane Society about 4 years ago, and he had heartworms, and we were a little nervous, but...
It didn't look good for Buddy, says Mary Ellen Mancini.
Well, they did tell us that there's a chance that they won't make it, but we felt like we were going to take a chance.
Mancini is not alone.
Oh, she was a mess. I came out from an appointment and she was underneath my car. We went and took her to the vet to make sure she was okay. We all naturally got her fleas and ticks out and gone.
An American Pet Product Association survey estimates Americans spent more than $15 billion on veterinary care in 2015. Those numbers projected to rise $500 million in 2016.
It really runs across the board here. It can be almost anything from skin disease, chronic ear infections, arthritis, chronic urinary tract infections, heart disease.
Surgery and cancers are among other health conditions that may affect your pet, says VMD veterinarian Dr. Howard Small.
Pet insurance is very underutilized in the U.S. right now. And if every single pet that's adopted could have pet insurance, we would never ever have to make a financial decision based on the health of your pet.
Dr. Small says there are several pet insurances that you can choose from. His 3 best bets are Embrace, VPI, which is veterinary pet insurance, and Trupanion.
8-year-old dog develops a tumor in the abdomen, needs $3,000 worth of surgery. 90% of that is going to be covered by pet insurance.
Congenital defects are now covered by many pet insurance companies as well, says Dr. Small, a consideration for all pet owners because, like Mancini says, they are a part of our family.
We took it all in stride and treated him, and I'm happy to report he's the sweetest, best dog in the whole world, and we are in love with him.
Dr. Small says pet insurance has wellness exam riders which cover things like spay, neuters, and vaccines. Insurance is available for dogs up to 14 years of age, and like human insurance, pre-existing conditions may be excluded. Just talk to your insurance company and veterinarian about the right plan for your pet.
Yeah, you were telling me just a little bit ago, Alex, that you know, sometimes you run into a bill that is huge at the vet. So
Yep.
this is where insurance can really, really help.
Absolutely. I had a couple of dachshunds, and one had 1 back surgery and the other one had 2 back surgeries. The 17-year-old, he ended up having to have 2 back surgeries in excess of $12,000. Wow. It cost me about $11,000 because the pet insurance did pay about 90% of that. Yeah. But for me, it was worth it, but I did have to come up with a couple of $100s a year, and through the years, they increase it just like people insurance.
Sure.
If you can afford it, get it. If you can't afford it, just be vigilant with the wellness exams.
Right. Okay. Alex, thank you. Let's get over to Steve Newman now in for Bob tonight with more in our forecast.
Bob taking a great day off. 86 our high today, near perfect conditions across the Suncoast. You can see on our Lakewood Ranch webcam this flow coming in off the Atlantic with partly cloudy skies, bringing our humidity up a little bit into the low 60s to dew points right now, but really not too much to complain about. Temperatures across the state, 80 at Tampa and Fort Myers, 78 in Miami at this hour, 74 in Jacksonville. Across our viewing area, I think we must be getting a little Gulf breeze down over Venice, 76 right there, while it's 81 at Sarasota, 79 at Arcadia. Taking a look at the state by satellite, there are some clouds down in far South Florida that might be producing a few sprinkles, not really hitting the ground right now, but the rest of the state fair to partly cloudy. Not a great day across Costa Rica and Nicaragua from Hurricane Otto, which made landfall, 110-mile-an-hour winds today as a Category 2 hurricane. We've never had a hurricane make landfall so far south in Costa Rica on record. We've never had one form this late in the season down in this part of the Caribbean as well. It is weakening as it moves across Central America. At 4 o'clock, it was still a Category 2 hurricane with winds at 100 miles an hour. I would imagine it's less than that as it's interacting with the mountains right across Nicaragua. There's a tropical storm warning effect along the Pacific coast of that country now. It's going to continue to be Otto, although a tropical storm. It's kept its organization, and when it moves out over the Pacific, they're letting it stay Otto, slowly weakening to 50-mile-an-hour winds by Sunday at 1 in the afternoon. All in all, not going to affect the United States at all. It's just noteworthy. It's such a rare, extraordinary storm. That's why we're going into such detail on it. The jet stream is split. The weaker branch not really doing much across the continental United States. No big cold waves in the 30s up in the north, 70s along the southern tier of states. There is a fairly strong Pacific storm going into Washington and Oregon this weekend. Here's our futurecast showing we do have a cold front. Well, it's washing out. What about the next one? Well, this next one coming in over the weekend will not wash out. It's probably not going to have any rain with it, but when it passes by late on Saturday afternoon, we'll have a drop of maybe 2, 3, 4 degrees on high temperatures and low temperatures, but it's still going to be pretty close to what we'd expect this time of year. Moving into the long-range futurecast, once that front passes by, we have another one coming out late in the weekend to the early part of next week. The computer models are not in uniformity on this one, as we say. Some are bringing in with some rain late on Wednesday and Thursday. Others bring it through dry We'll keep you posted on that. It's still way out there several days. Here's the weather headlines. What you need to remember, it's going to be near perfect weather this weekend with temperatures in the low 80s with mostly sunny skies. I think you're going to like it. Going out on the water, our winds will be from the northeast, turning northerly during the day, 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 feet or less, bay and inland waters a light chop. The beach temperature 82, but the water's cooled off to 68 because of those cool north winds we had earlier. Our forecast for the balance of tonight, partly cloudy with a few patches of fog inland. Our low temperature 62, north winds at 5 miles an hour, and tomorrow sunny and mild, high 83. And Scott, if we take a look at the 7-day outlook, out here there's that front coming through Wednesday, Thursday. I'm putting a 20% chance of rain at that point, but until then, it looks pretty nice.
All right, Steve, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Still no issues out on the roadways. No accidents to report. I-75 is all green. Just a little backup heading south on 41 from Fruitville Road to Bee Ridge. Some good news for Florida business owners. A judge is blocking a 14% rate hike in insurance premiums, ruling it violated the Sunshine Law. The rate hike was supposed to take effect on the 1st of December. The National Council on Compensation Insurance asked regulators for the increase based on recent state Supreme Court decisions. An attorney filed a lawsuit earlier this year that contended the council had to follow the state's open meetings and public records law while drawing up that rate hike proposal. Circuit judge ruled the way regulators came up with the rate hike violated that law. Once again, the Powerball jackpot is climbing closer to record numbers. Without a winner last night, the prize now up to $403 million. The next drawing is set for Saturday night. It's already becoming one of the largest jackpots in history. The record was set earlier this year with the $1.6 billion jackpot. That happened in January. By the way, the odds of winning Powerball, 1 in 292 million. But good luck nonetheless. Entertainment news is next.
I wish that happy Thanksgiving to all the vets and my family.
How much do I enjoy Thanksgiving? Very much. It gets lonely sometimes without my parents, but I have my family, I have my friends.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Tom Hanks is now the owner of some very unique artwork. Denise Esposito says Hanks is her favorite actor. So to honor him, she painted watercolors of the actor in character in leading roles of several of his movies, including Forrest Gump, Big, Sleepless in Seattle, even Toy Story. She put all the paintings in a sketchbook and was able to present it to Hanks at an event. He was so touched by it, he gave her a big hug, later sent her a thank you note and a typewriter, which he is known to collect. Metallica is hitting the road. Singer James Hetfield says the band is planning to tour for at least the next 2 years. The band's website currently lists a handful of concerts through next spring, but a full world tour schedule has yet to be announced. Metallica released its 10th studio album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, last week. Another famous singer may be to blame for causing Bruce Springsteen to break down on the side of a New Jersey road. The boss was riding the motorcycle when it broke down. Fortunately, a group of other motorcycle riders saw him and gave him a lift to a nearby bar while he waited for a ride. Well, it turns out that motorcycle that broke down was a gift from Billy Joel. Joel built the motorcycle for Springsteen. He says once he saw the story on the news, he called Springsteen to apologize. The boss simply replied, "No worries, no big deal." And we'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation, and everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts, and 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.